Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. Now this is a Lorraine 155 mle.51, the tier 8 French SPG, and we're located on the south spawn of Cliff, and it's being commanded by asabf. I think it's asabf. I hope that I haven't mispronounced his name, but anyway, he's commanding this 155mm howitzer, which is designed on the chassis of the Lorraine 40T. Now, two particular designs were sent forward with using the Lorraine 40T chassis to the French government, and both of these were proposed, but unfortunately only prototypes were built, and the prototype passed trials, but it did not see service. Instead, what the French government did is they went with the designs, the prototypes for the Bataillons instead, and cancelled the project for the Lorraine 15550 and the 15551. But then those designs were also cancelled in the end. Okay, there's the Lorraine 40T, but we've got an enemy, an ELC Evan 90, and he's up on that cliff on the path to the top, and he's almost dialed in, but instead he's going to go for the AMX 5100. There he is, next to those rocks. Round out, direct hit, 295 hit points, 3 critical hits, and he's relocating straight away just a little. He's obviously concerned about counter battery, and that's why he was actually looking at the enemy Arty positions at the start of the battle, because he wanted to see if he could see the tracer from the enemy Arty, get a quick counter battery in. And that Evan 90 is actually spotting a lot of targets, so no, he can't hit those targets because they're behind the rock, but he can hit that Tiger 2 and that T28 prototype. He's dialing in his aim, gonna go for the T28 first. He'll probably splash the Tiger at the same time. Big hit! Big hit! He hit the T28 for 328 points and the Tiger 2 for 191. And he's picked up some stun assists since. That was a very good shot. Now I think he's just adjusted his position slightly. Yes, he's still picking up some stun assists. Going to go for the T28 again. This should be a kill shot if he can hit it. Round out. And it is! 9 hit points, but it's still a kill. Now, one of the enemies is fairly close, so the Lorraine 40T has made it all the way around the outside of the cliff, and is now fairly close in terms of actually being able to overlook the cap. So I think actually now that asabf needs to be a bit worried, or asab needs to be a bit worried, and might want to get into cover, otherwise he might be seen. Gets a good hit there on the IS-3. That's another 223, so he's got 1,000 hit points up and 1,100 stun assist. But I say that Lorraine 40T is still being a bit of a nuisance. He's going to go for the AMX 5100. No, changed his mind, going to go for the IS-3. Almost loaded. Round out. He's got a hit, 141 hit points, a direct hit. Now he's got a 25.9 second reload on this particular Arty. That's the one good thing, is the short reload for the 155mm howitzers, but they don't do a lot of damage compared to their tier for tier brothers. Now that has only got 3 hit points, that AMX, so this will be a kill shot. Yes it is. Even with a splash that would be lethal to that tank. And he's out the game, so that's his second kill. He's just adjusted his position a little to avoid counter battery, going back to the IS-3. We've lost sight of the Lorraine 40T. I think he's been taken out. Yes, he was taken out. Now, he's going to wait for that Carnarvon to spot the IS-3. He did pull back, so that was the right thing to do. Round out. No, it fell behind the IS-3, but it did stun him. Now, he's moving a bit closer. Again, relocating to avoid counter battery. 25.9 seconds is pretty good reload time, considering this tier of Arty. Oh, if he fires now, he might hit his T-34 buddy. Oh, big hit! He was lucky the target pulled forward and away from that T-34. If he had actually been or pulled back, then the shell might have actually damaged his own teammate as well, but he got a good hit there. Now, it's got Scorpion behind a house there. The house would absorb the shot, but he can splash it to one side. Almost ready to go. No, that would hit the house. You look at the red line, you can see where the shell is going to intercept first before it reaches the endpoint. And in most cases, when you get a red line, it's because it's going to hit something else. Now, there's something in those bushes, because I just saw one of them move. And I think that may be down to the tank hiding around the corner. There's an SDA-2 up on top of that second level. And that UDES is providing spotting damage as well as being able to snipe at his teammates below. Round out. Oh, kill shot! 467 hit points. That's his 4th kill. Brings up the fighter badge. Excellent work. 4th kill, my gun. At this level, it's very good. T26E4. That's a Super Pershing. And a Scorpion G. Which one do we go for? Well, the Scorpion technically is a more dangerous opponent. It's got a better gun, better sniper. And that hit the target! It definitely hit the target because he actually picked up some stun assists straight away. Okay, just relocate a little. Enemy Arty is also Lorraine 15551. Now, where is that Scorpion now? We can't see him. But we've got tanks on the cliff top overlooking. There's the Scorpion. Okay, line him up for a shot. Round out. Kill shot. 196 hit points. That's his 5th kill. One more. He's got a top gun. And he's relocating. He's doing a good job with all this relocation. He really is. I'm very impressed. Okay, we've got a T26E4. No, he's going to go for that Evan, who's just poking around the corner at the moment. Almost lined up, almost ready, and not going to shoot yet. Now, no, now he does. Now, I wonder if that was close. We lost sight of the Evan. And those Evans can be very dangerous to Arty because they can sneak up on them unseen, and before you know it, they're on top of you. I've done it enough times myself because I have Evans, and I know how lethal they can be when suddenly you appear out of nowhere. And it looks like he's heading in this direction. So he needs to get back into cover, into a bush, so that the enemy can't see him, and get ready to shotgun him. One of the members of his team is spamming the map, warning him. And T-34-2 is coming up to do a bit of forward observation. I think that Evan is going to come up into the this area. There he is. Line him up for a shot. Oh, he's moving. Oh, he shotguns him! 42 hit points, brings up his top gun. Beautiful. He didn't actually hit him. You can see the explosion points one to one side. He actually splashed the Evan to death. But he has to relocate now because the enemy Arty will know exactly where he is. But what he's going to do is he's done a quick circuit and he's going to come back over to the other side again. But he's just picking a new position. It's easier to move forward to relocate than it is back because you're slow in reverse, you're fast forward. Okay, there's 4 in his team, 4 in the enemy team. One of those is a Scorpion G, the other is the T26E4, and there's a Carnarvon on the enemy team. Plus, of course, we don't know where the enemy Arty is yet, but I suspect he'll be in the Western Pass area. Now, the enemy Arty hasn't got any kills yet. May be down to the fact that he's inexperienced, but we don't know. Certainly we know that our, Asab is very experienced. Now, he just took out a Carnarvon, but we just lost the IS-3. And the IS-3 went down to the Super Pershing. Now, seeing as the enemy still has the Scorpion and the Super Pershing, it wouldn't be a good idea for Asab to actually move from this position to actually go shotgun, to actually roam into the enemy area to give his guys an extra gun, because those two are very dangerous snipers and they will pick him off very quickly. So he's doing the right thing here. Let the Star and the T-34-2 locate the enemy, and then he can hit them hard. The AMX-65 ton is indicating that the enemy is going around the cliff. But there's the Super Pershing. Round out. And he did get a hit. 125 hit points, and he's relocated straight away. And the T-26 is stunned and he's backing away. I think he was going down into the cliff area there, into the dip, because he needed to get under cover, because the T-34-2 was going to put rounds into him if he didn't. So he's somewhere in the dip there, but we don't know where. He's going to put a round in anyway. Ah, he's taken out the T-26. That's his 7th kill. He did a blind kill, totally blind. Guess where the T-26 might be, and he found him. He was just sitting in the dip. Fantastic work. Correctly guessed there, exactly, or estimated, I should say, not guessed, where the enemy will be. But we're still not seeing the tracer from the enemy Arty. Okay, there's the Scorpion. Now you can splash that. He's still got, oh, not many hit points now. And he's taken out by the T-34-2, and his round landed nearby where the Scorpion would have been if he carried on moving, which means there's only the enemy Arty to kill. And Asab needs to get this kill to get his Radley Walters. So if he can spot the tracer. The T-34 is looking over that dip. That guy's either got very super camo or he's not where he's supposed to be. He's asking, the Lorraine 40T is asking, where were you shot from, which direction? And that's the correct thing to do under the circumstances. You look to find the direction you were shot from so that you could know exactly where the enemy Arty might be, and then you can look for the tracer. The reason for that is that we did lose the Star 2, so the Star 2 must know whereabouts he was shot from. He must have recorded that, and that's the one tip I would give to any player. Always look where you were shot from to get the idea of where the enemy Arty is, and then indicate that Arty on the minimap, and then put in chat Arty, and then at least they would have an idea where to shoot. Round out. Oh, that's a kill shot. He's brought out the Radley Walters. He did hit his teammate with Splash, but what the hell? He managed to get the Radley Walters. Wow, and that ends the game. Let's have a look at the stats for that one. That was a good battle. It's an ace tanker for asabf in the Lorraine 155 mle.51. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 22 in that battle. 22. He got 4 critical hits alone off the Evan. He managed to do, yes, 4 critical hits. Doesn't say which ones he got, but on top of that, he got the Radley Walters medal. He managed to kill at least 8 of the enemy, and he got that last kill at the end of the game. And it could have been so easy that his teammate picked up that last kill, but he managed to do it just in time. And lastly, he picked up a Top Gun for killing at least 6 of the enemy. Now, let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he's top of the damage table with 2,922 hit points of damage. He's top of the kill table with 8. And he's top of the base XP with 1,235 experience points. So he really did work on that battle. Worked hard, relocated a lot, prevented the enemy from killing him. Now, he fired 17 rounds. He got 12 direct hits, 12 penetration, and 5 splash damage. He did damage of 2,922 hit points, of which 2,880 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously, the difference is the Evan, because when he hit it, he splashed it as it was on the move and took it out. And it was that was a lovely shot, and that's why he did so much damage to it, probably because it was already on the move at the time he hit it. He also did hit 9 of the enemy and killed 8 of them. He did stun assistance damage of 1,692 hit points off 9 stuns. On a standard account, he earned 31,707 credits, and after ammunition resupply he had 12,667 credits left over. He received 1,235 XP, base XP, and it was ×2 for the first victory of the day, and he had a personal reserves bonus going at the same time, and because he entered the battle as in a platoon, he got an extra number of XP there, so his total comes to 3,829 experience points in total, which is a very good score. So well done there, Asab, for getting such a high score, for getting an ace, and for getting a Radley's at the very last moment. I'm sure you must have been relieved that there was no fine for actually causing damage on that last shot, because you did actually stun your teammate, but I don't think you actually splashed him with the HE enough to cause damage to him. So well done indeed. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in our next video.